You know, it's not mentally or physically healthy to consume too much mainstream media or social media, especially during a news cycle when they're fixating on a tragedy, like the latest iteration in an ongoing land dispute halfway around the world between two different ethnic groups that's been going on for thousands of years. So, thankfully, John Fetterman, the seated United States Senator, I may remind you, appeared on Stephen Colbert's show last night, one of the late night talk shows, where he made one of the most hilarious statements, unironically, unintentionally, that I've ever heard, perhaps, United States Senator ever make.
You all should need to know that America is not sending their best and brightest, to Washington, D.C.
Oh, we know.
Like, sometimes you literally just can't believe, these people are making the decisions that are, determining the government here. It's actually scary.
It is scary that Democrats voted for a man who is just a few IQ points smarter than a ham sandwich. A human ham sandwich who refused to wear a suit or pants to work inside the Capitol. But instead of Chuck Schumer, the Senate Majority Leader, the most powerful man in the Senate, or anybody in the Senate, having a private talk with him, telling him that he's embarrassing the Democrat Party, looking like a slob, and should at least wear pants, and don't even need to wear a tie, but at least wear maybe a sports coat to work. Chuck Schumer last month loosened, or really eliminated, the dress code in the Senate. Then, a week and a half later, they were so embarrassed they decided to reverse the decision and go back to business attire. Also here to cheer us up is Chunk Yogurt, the founder over at the Young Turks YouTube channel, the staple leftist channel that, of course, is above all of the YouTube rules, who had a big announcement yesterday.
Welcome back to TYT. As I mentioned, there's a big announcement that will basically take up the entirety of the second hour of the show today. Here to make that announcement in the capacity as a guest is Cenk Uygur.
Yes.
Cenk, you do have this big announcement, although you've already kind of made it on the set of Breaking Points, but now it's official.
Yeah. No, I had not yet made up my mind, but I have now, and I have filed. I will be running for president of the United States of America. Coming, cenkforamerica.com. And the idea here, guys, is...
The idea here is to scam your moronic fans out of as much money as possible and use it to promote your personal brand, because obviously Chunk's appetite for money is almost as big as his appetite at the buffet. And poor Anna Kasparian, who recently has had a couple reasonable takes breaking from her conditioning, is going to have to sit by and pretend to take Chunk seriously in order to keep her job. And this is the thumbnail that they used for the video for his big announcement, looking like the most miserable man in America, which, I guess I would be too if I had to sit next to Anna Kasparian every day. Look at these thumbnails. That's some presidential material right there. Chuck Yogurt explains what he would do as president. Oh, we know what you would do as president. I can't say it here on YouTube because it's non-advertiser friendly. Actually, I don't even need to say it. I would just need to show a clip of him saying what it is that he wants to do to animals. I'll post that on my locals page, by the way. So click the link in the description below if you can stomach that. But there's something else interesting going on here. Chunk was not born in the United States. He's not a natural born citizen. He was born in Turkey to a Muslim family. That's why he called his channel the Young Turks, after the Young Turks who carried out the Armenian genocide in his home country that he denied for many, many years. And so he says that he is going to sue and take the case all the way to the Supreme Court, because only people who are born in America, who are natural born citizens, are allowed to be the president. So this isn't just a money grab for him or a publicity stunt. It's also part of the Marxist takeover so that he can pave the path someday for a foreigner to lead the United States. Oh, and then there's the compilation of him and his co-host using urban black people's favorite word. You know, the word that they fly into a violent rage about if a white person happens to say it. Well, Chunk Yogurt and Anna Kasparian, who, oh, by the way, is Armenian. Like, literally, her grandparents had to flee the Armenian genocide. And then later, she goes to work for somebody who denied the Armenian genocide for a channel who is named after those who carried it out. I'll post that over my locals page, too, if I remember. But this is not Chunk's first race. Back in 2020, he ran for a congressional seat. Remember that floozy who was in a throuple, who then resigned in disgrace? Well, Chunk Yogurt tried to run for her seat and, of course, lost. He was actually endorsed by Bernie Sanders, who then retracted his endorsement after, some of those past clips that I'm going to try to remember to post over my locals page surfaced and came to Bernie Sanders' attention. Another presidential announcement this week that went virtually unnoticed because of the current news cycle is Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is no longer running as a Democrat. He's running as an independent. So a lot of people are concerned that he may siphon off some would-be Trump votes and also siphon off some would-be Democrat votes. He'll siphon off people from both parties, but it remains to be seen which one he'll take more votes from. So that's something to keep an eye on because he could end up being a spoiler. It just depends who is he going to spoil the race for. I, of course, am supporting Donald Trump, even if he's sitting in a jail cell on Election Day. That's who I'm voting for. If you are too, then order your Wanted for President shirt from my online store at markdice.com or click the link in the description below and check it out.